Dear colleagues, I would like to introduce decision support system of risk assessment of short food supply chain, which was created by scientists, consultants and farmers. And from the beginning we start to discuss what it is short food supply chain, and we define that supply of production resources, raw materials, processing, sale and consumption of food products based on circular economy principles. Products are grown, produced, consumed and in the closest possible territory up to 30-50 kilometers away. Between the grower and the user, no more than one intermediary, and the producer not only supplies products but also directly exchanges knowledge with the end user about the cultivation, preparation, consumption of products, their value of human health, impact on nature. The second step was to try to understand who support the development of short food supply chain. The question was what is a connection between short food supply chain and social infrastructure. And during the discussions was found that local food system is a social infrastructure of short food supply chains, which includes a set of objects, activities and their processes, rules and strategies to ensure the sustainable use of agriculture and food resources in the production and marketing of local products, bio-waste management, building links, responsibility, health and well-being between producer and consumer in a given area. The positive effects which can be created by development of short food supply chain was identified. The development of short food supply chains can reduce food miles and the impact of the global food system on people and the environment. They can help optimize soil, agrochemical parameters, reduce soil biodegradation, soil biological activity, encourage the sale of biological valuable food products in areas not far from production, which would reduce food transport costs, carbon dioxide and energy costs and waste. Alternative nature-friendly farming methods are encouraged, as most of the directly marketed produce comes from farmers and family farms applying the principles of extensive organic and biodynamic production. And short food supply developers create a new employment opportunities for local communities. And of course can be other positive effects which can be created by the development of short food supply chains. So we can summarize that sustainable supply chain is a supply chain that not only seamlessly makes a profit and achieves its potential, but it is one that also is responsible to its consumer, suppliers, societies, and environments by innovative strategic tactics and management technologies. So during the project implementation, we found out the risk factors for the short food supply chain of high biological value food from the field to the cell of the human body. So it means that our decision support system keeps the innovation. We can define as managing the short food supply chain is a management that requires a lot of professionalism. And we divided the risk factors in two groups. And the first one is risk factors for growing, preparing and consuming high biological value foods. And another one is risk of biologically valuable short food supply chains sustainability. It was found the links of the short food supply chain And we identify different chains. It is formation of the need for biological valuable food and its satisfaction, selection of agriculture crops, soil preparation, sowing, crop care, harvest, transportation of agricultural products until preparation, preparation for storage, storage of agriculture products, transportation to the distribution logistics center, storage, packing and distribution by logistics center, storage before cooking, cooking, the time of consumption of freshly prepared food, food pairing, consumption, culture, sequence, the state of human physical and physiological health, personal health indicators. The risks of biologically valuable short food supply chain are assessed from two approaches. Risks that do not create or lose biological value are assessed. Risk factors of growing, preparing and absorbing food of high biological value. These are risks related to agronomy, agrotechnics and technology. And one more approach is short food supply chain business sustainability risk related to the strategic management, organization and operational control. The first group of risks evaluated on a scale of 100 points. Points are assigned according to the rating scale criteria below. Points are awarded only once the process meets the mandatory requirements of food safety, ecology, work safety defined by legislation. If there are significant violations, the actions to eliminate the discrepancies should be indicated in the red box. The evaluation scale is based on the scheme, plan, do, evaluate, adjust principle. A high biological value can be expected if each process scores at least 50 points. So it means that evaluation of the entire short food supply chain depends on the evaluation of its weakest link. Rating scale and score you can see in the instrument, and there are fundamental evaluations of food safety, ecology, work safety, which will condition the suspenses of activities. And there is information, but not enough to take quality action. And the farmer can give from 0 to 10 points. It is planned to do so from 11 to 30 points. It is being implemented, it is being done, so it is from 31 to 50 points. A systematic control and analysis of the action is being done, and it is also taking place. So it means that if the situation like that, we can give the 30 points. The improvement of the action is being carried out, taking into account the results of control and analysis. And we can give to this activity 71 or 90 points. The actions of planning, execution, control and improvement take place systematically and produce positive results. So it means that we can give from 91 to 100 points. During the evaluation process, the farmer can understand, do we need activity, reduce immediate solutions and corrective actions, and how we can act in the different situations. The second group of short food supply chain business sustainability risks are assessed according to the second criteria, the probability that the risk will occur and what will be consequences of the risk occurs. Both criteria are scored on the scale of 1 to 5, where 1 means the probability of consequences is very low and 5 means is very high. So we can analyze example. If the vast majority of farmers will tend to choose crops based on profitability rather than biological value, then the probability that they will make such a choice will be very high. Evaluation 5 points. And the impact of such a choice on the short food supply chains of biological valuable food will be high, evaluated 5 points. The size of the risk priority is determined by multiplying the scores. In this example, it would be 5 by 5, so it's 25. And if the risk priority is between 16 and 25, it is necessary to make measures to address this risk. With a risk priority between 1 and 2, it is enough to monitor the risk to see if it is increasing. With the intermediate results between 5 and 15, it is recommended to take preventive measures.